And now it's riding time, and riding on top is Brown over over the Mount Carmel wrestler. He's going to try and slip in the leg again and trying to be countered, but his head flat on the mat is Bascone. It's 5-0 with 35 seconds to go in the first period of action. Slipping in that leg very deeply, Travis Brown, the senior from Poway. He got to this championship match by taking down Chris Eady from Monte Vista by a score of 6-0. Meanwhile, it was a pin for Bascone to get into the championship match. 10 seconds to go here in the first period. Riding on top is Travis Brown on Chris Bascone, and the first period is going to expire, and there's going to be a warning call against Bascone from Mount Carmel, and the horn will sound, ending the first period of action. It is 5-0 Brown. After the coin flip, it will be Mount Carmel's choice. And the choice is to defer, and the defer will go to Travis Brown, and Brown will take the bottom position to begin the second period. Bascone on top. After the whistle, riding the right side of Brown. Trying to get an armbar on and trying to slip in his own leg and getting up on his feet and then getting a single leg and holding on to Brown is Bascone. Trying to throw Brown to the mat. Brown countering now and trying to get the reversal here, and looks like he's going to get awarded with a escape, if not a reverse here, Jason.
Looks like he's going to get it. He's just about there, and he's got it now.
He does spin around for the 2-point reversal. Probably would have behooved Bascone to just let him up and give up one. Instead, it's a 2-point reversal. Now a 7-0 lead for Travis Brown from Poway over Chris Bascone. And it's going to be Brown again riding Bascone. 1 minute to go in the second period of action. 171-pound division here at the championship level of the CIF, the Masters division. Todd Sokowski along with Jason Hendrick on KBCSports.com.
See how this the Poway kid's got a figure 4 leg lock in while he's riding on top. Very, very difficult to do and get out of that if the wrestler puts it in.
So the figure 4 is in, and Bascone trying to counter that figure 4. And the stalemate will be called, and the wrestlers will go back to the center of mat. It'll be Bascone on the bottom, Brown on top, and Brown on top in the match, leading 7-0 in the second period with 30 seconds to go in the match. And in trying to work that arm bar, the bread and butter of the Poway wrestlers is Travis Brown. Now it's back to the leg. Figure 4 in for Travis Brown. 10 seconds to go here. Second period of action. And still riding there. And if Bascone isn't careful, he's going to lose a point, or a point will be awarded to Travis Brown for a stall there, as Bascone is not really moving a lot there on the bottom, Jason.
No, he doesn't look like the same wrestler as he did last week. It looks like he really has his hands full with this Poway wrestler.
Bascone will choose the neutral position to begin the third period. He trails 7-0. Well, he doesn't look like he's getting a lot of opportunities here, thanks to Travis Brown, who has had that figure 4 in and has ridden him pretty hard. Both wrestlers on their feet and trying to do a shrug by and get his first points of this match is Bascone, and now trying to spin around and being countered is Bascone as Travis Brown and Chris Bascone go out of bounds, and there will be an injury time on the mat as there is a little bit of blood there coming out of the mouth of Travis Brown. And while we take this time out, I want to let you folks know that tonight's live Masters coverage on KBCSports.com is being brought to you by the San Diego Wrestling Association, who would like to present Mr. Richard Bailey with a Lifetime Achievement Award for 25 years of dedicated service. Mr. Dick Bailey, you have earned the respect and gratitude of the entire wrestling community. And we had also mentioned that they are also honoring tonight 8 San Diegans who are being inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. They include Tim Tyler, Buddy Wilkerson, Joe Mount, John Talbot, Jose Campo, John Thompson, Alfred S. Walker, and John Schindel. Congratulations, gentlemen. All warranted. Very prestigious and just a wonderful, wonderful award. All 8 of them and all of them San Diegans, inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. We've got a timeout, an injury timeout on the mat. It is 7-0 Brown over Bascone here in the 171-pound division. Referees cleaning things up there, and while they clean up things, we're going to let you folks know that the CIF State Wrestling Championships are next weekend in Bakersfield, and we will be there here on KBCSports.com. And back to the action now. It is a quick takedown there, a single leg takedown there by Travis Brown, and he now leads 9-0. So the injury timeout worked out very well for Travis Brown as he gets the quick takedown with 1:24 to go in the match. He leads 9-0 over Chris Bascone.
Looks like new amount of energy for the Poway kid. He took him down quick. Looks like he's a little upset about something because he's wrestling a lot more aggressive now.
And he's got that figure 4 on, and we're trying to work over and get some back points there. And another stalemate will be called, and Bascone very slow to get up, and you can kind of sense the frustration of the senior from Mount Carmel. Back to the restart now, and he's going to try and flip over and at least get some points on the scoreboard here, as we are under a minute to go here in the 171-pound championship here at San Ysidro High School. It's the Masters division. The Poway Titans are going to take home the title. They are going to be the champions of the Masters, and they look next week to win the state championship of California Wrestling. And with all 14 wrestlers going to the state championship, you got to like their chances, right, Jason?
Why not? They look like they're in good position next week to take home that title. Got the Boone brothers. Looks like they're going to have probably 8 winners here in the Masters. They're going to get good seating arrangements. They have a great chance of winning the state championship.
Meanwhile, one of their outstanding wrestlers, the number 1 seed, Travis Brown, continues with that figure 4, riding Chris Bascone of Mount Carmel. And there's going to be another stalemate call there with 12 seconds to go in the match. This one pretty much a formality for the Poway senior. Bascone with a sit out there, tries to spin around. He wants to at least get some kind of points here. He doesn't want to get blanked in the championship match here, but that's exactly what's going to happen as the horn sounds, and it will be a 9-0 win for Travis Brown from Poway. He takes down Chris Bascone from Mount Carmel. Today's wrestling championships are being brought to you by Tacos and Beer, the family sports bar and grill in Brawley. Great food, a great atmosphere, and large screen TVs to watch your favorite sporting event. So don't waste any time. Show up and let us show you what we have to offer at Tacos and Beer in Brawley. And we appreciate all the sponsorship and support that we get from the Imperial Valley. It's businesses and owners in Brawley and other sponsors that help us bring you free live broadcasting here on KBCSports.com, your home for high school sports. Todd Salkowski along with Jason Hendrick here bringing you the Masters Championship at San Ysidro High School in San Ysidro, California. We now move to the 189-pound division. It is Robin Peak, the senior from Mountain Empire, taking on Cameron McNear from Imperial.
How about that? I don't even know what that is. Is that leopard print?
It looks like a leopard print knee pad there for the Mountain Empire wrestler. And that Mountain Empire wrestler is Robin Peak.
Actually, it's the Imperial wrestler. It's got the leopard print knee pad. Todd, I think you had something like that, didn't you?
Cameron McNear with the leopard print knee pad there. And both wrestlers on their feet. Robin Peak from Mountain Empire. Both wrestlers on their feet. And there's a deep single leg there by McNear. And both wrestlers thrown out of bounds. And there will have to be a restart there. And they will continue on their feet here in the 189-pound division. Todd Salkowski along with Jason Hendrick here on KBCSports.com. Your home for high school sports. McNear and Peak. Peak the senior, McNear the junior. And there's going to be a warning for stalling there, as both wrestlers are under a minute to go here in the first period of action. We are scoreless, 189-pound division. still filling each other out. It is Robin Peak from Mountain Empire against Cameron McNear from Imperial.
This Robin Peak looks like the 7th seed to come out of nowhere. If you look at he looks like he upset Sean Hill from Poway to get into the championship.
Actually, he took down Jacob Jones, who beat Sean
Jacob
Hill.
Jones. There you go.
So Robin Peak, with that seed, gets to the championship by taking down Jacob Jones, who took down the number 1 seed, Sean Hill. Still no score here in the first period. Again, these wrestlers still trying to feel each other out here. It is Cameron McNear in the total white singlet with the red paneling on it, and it's a black singlet for Robin Peak from Mountain Empire. And the first period will expire, and we are scoreless after one period here in the 189-pound division. Peak versus McNear. And the coin toss will be awarded to McNear, and he will choose the bottom position. Second period ready to get underway here. And standing up quickly and then thrown back to the mat is McNear. Peak on top. And got the little ankle pick there, trying to force over McNear, and then McNear is going to get to his feet and sprint out of bounds and tries to get out of bounds and get the single point there for the escape, but riding him out of bounds is Peak, and no points are awarded. Back to a middle of the mat. McNear on bottom, Peak on top. And an armbar is in there by Peak. Peak's going to work the left side of McNear. Try and perhaps get a tilt or a half Nelson in, so he's got one armbar. Trying to work in the other one, Jason.
It's Mountain Empire. You don't really see much of them in the wrestling community, but I'm happy to see them have representation from somewhere and way out in the boondocks out there in Alpine, just past Alpine, Mountain Empire.
Absolutely. You have to love it when the schools that are not normally here get an opportunity to represent their community. And, you know, hopefully we've got listeners from Mountain Empire that are tuning in. I know that we do have a listener from Alaska that is listening to us. If you want to give a shout-out to, I think it's a family member of yours, isn't it, Jason?
That's right. My brother JR is listening way out there in Alaska, and I'm happy he's listening out there, hopefully with his whole family, and hopefully I'm not embarrassing him too much.
And McNear gets to his feet here, but he's going to be thrown back down to the mat as we are scoreless. It is a 2-0 lead in the match with 45 seconds to go in the second period of action. As we count down to 30 seconds, again, it is Peak that is riding Cameron McNear as stalling points have been awarded in this match. And again, it looks like McNear with his head on the mat. And there's been 2 penalty points awarded, one for the stalling and one for locking hands around the midsection. And it's a 2-0 lead. 2-0 lead here in the 189-pound division. And the horn will sound, and we're going to get ready to begin the third period of action. Todd Selkowski along with Jason Hendrick here on KBCSports.com, your home for high school sports. Robin Peak has the lead. It is a 2-0 lead over the junior McNear from Imperial. And it is Peak that begins the third period on the bottom, and if he can get an escape here, as he is thrown to the mat after he stands up, he could increase his lead to 2-0. McNear riding on top, and he's got an armbar on. And he's got to get something done here as we've just begun the third period of action here in the 189-pound weight class. And working to the out of bounds and the whistle blows is Robin Peak. It is Peak comes in with a record of 15-1. Meanwhile, McNear, the junior, comes in with a record of 31-8. And McNear got to this championship match by a 6-4 overtime thriller. Meanwhile, it is Peak that gets up, gets the escape, and it's now 2-1. 2-1 here in the 189-pound division. Both wrestlers on their feet here. It was Peak that got the escape. He is down 2-1. I make a correction. Robin Peak down 2-1 here in the final period of action. Both wrestlers on their feet. A takedown could bring home a championship for Mountain Empire.
Todd, a tough match. This match has gone back and forth. There's been a lot of penalties scored by stalling points, and one by locking hands. So this match has really not had that much action, but anybody can win it right here with the last 45 seconds.
Just a 1-point differential here. It is McNear, the junior from, there's going to be a stalling point awarded there, and now we're tied up. Oh my goodness, with 43 seconds to go, a stalling point is awarded to Peak, and now we're tied up at 2 apiece. It is going to come down here to the final seconds. 35 seconds to go in the match. Both wrestlers on their feet. 189-pound division. And both wrestlers on their feet tied at 2 apiece.
Who wants it more here, Todd? Looks like the Mountain Empire kid's got a little bit more energy in the tank.
That Mountain Empire wrestler is Robin Peak, the senior, taking on Cameron McNear, the junior from Imperial High School. And deep on a single leg and trying to get the 2-point takedown is the senior. He's in there deep and thrown out of bounds, and they're still going to be back on their feet. Wow, McNear avoided a catastrophe there, Jason.
That was a deep takedown. It's too bad they went out of bounds. It looked like Robin Peak had the Masters Championship in his sights.
Meanwhile, a deep single leg now by the junior McNear, and McNear now is countered, and there's going to be a takedown opportunity. Are they going to give him the 2 there? They're going to give it to him. Wow, Robin Peak, unbelievable. No time left on the clock. He takes down Cameron McNear. He will be the 189-pound Masters champion thanks to an incredible takedown right at the edge of the mat. Unbelievable, Jason.
I was told by Dick Bailey that they almost canceled the wrestling program for Mountain Empire, so what a great win by Mountain Empire. Get a Masters champion out of it.
Absolutely. I had heard some of the scuttlebutt about that earlier, that they had considered just getting rid of the entire program. Now they have a Masters champion in the form of Robin Peak, who takes down Cameron McNear. Wow, that was really something, right down to the very second. It's amazing, Jason, as we get set for the 215-pound division. It's amazing how an entire match can come down to the last 3 seconds like that.
Unbelievable.
We didn't have much to talk about for 3 periods until the final seconds there. All right, we move ahead. 215-pound division. Number 1 seed, Jordan Tagvai from Carlsbad, taking on Matt Llewellyn from Poway, the number 2 seed. So it's 1 versus 2, 215-pound division. Tagvai with a record of 43-4. Meanwhile, Llewellyn comes in with a record of 38-6. Both these wrestlers are seniors, so again, this should be a good one. And they on their feet, center of the mat. Moving side to side, now they lock up right at the center. As we get to the higher weight classes, it becomes evident to me, Jason, that a lot more throws and a lot more upper body work is mixed in.
Right, it's a lot of duck unders, a lot of level change. We didn't have a 215-pound back in the day. Did you guys have a 215?
No 215.
No, I didn't either. So it was just, after the 190s, it was heavyweight,
right,
up to 275, but now they have a 215 to kind of make it equal.
Again, the wrestlers scoreless here in the first period. Tagvai and Llewellyn. Llewellyn from Poway, Tagvai from Carlsbad. Carlsbad singlet is a silver singlet with white piping around it and an insignia on the front. Now they're locked up and trying to do the duck under is Tagvai, and then trying to get the single leg there is Llewellyn. Right at the edge of the mat there, as the referees get very close with only 40 seconds to go here in the first period of action. Both of these wrestlers very well put together, and they move very gracefully for big guys, Jason.
They do, and I was told by Dick Bailey that Tagvai has lost about 100 pounds in the last year to get to this weight class, which is kind of remarkable.
Absolutely.
In the last 2 years, I'm told. Which is, he looks like he's in great shape. Looks like he's a football player as well, doesn't he?
Absolutely, and I'm certain he is. As a lot of the heavier weight classes and heavier wrestlers are on the football team because they are good, linemen and linebackers because they know good leverage and they can move well on their feet. And wrestling is a good training ground for football because again, makes you very quick on your feet. Meanwhile, both the 215-pounders are on their feet here in a scoreless first period as they grapple up top and move from side to side, and the first period will expire scoreless. It is Jordan Tagvai from Carlsbad and Matt Llewellyn from Poway, both seniors, and they are scoreless. And it will be the Poway choice here to begin the second period of action. Llewellyn will take the bottom position. No score here, 215-pound division. Todd Selkowski along with Jason Hendrick here on KBCSports.com, your home for high school sports. The coach of Carlsbad is Ross O'Brien. Both of these guys, outstanding years. As Tagvai is on top, riding Llewellyn. Tagvai, reversal there and getting the single leg and up on his feet. And a nice little dump there by Llewellyn. Llewellyn looked like a lightweight the way he moved there with a quick little dump there. He gets the reversal, and it's 2-0 Matt Llewellyn over Tagvai. Now, Tagvai trying to escape here as both wrestlers are on their feet, and they go out of bounds, and they will go back to the center of the mat for a restart. The 2-point reversal gives Llewellyn a 2-0 lead. 1 minute to go in the second period of action. There's the whistle after the restart, and a quick escape there by Tagvai. Both wrestlers on their feet now. It's 2-1 Llewellyn. Under a minute to go. Second period. Todd Selkowski along with Jason Hendrick, the former California state champion.